We're off to a rollicking start. As you know, I don't know how to start the podcast. So it'll either be, it says we've been recording for 7 minutes, or something along the lines of, welcome to Late to the Movies. My name is Ben Holden, this podcast where my friends and I get to fill in our movie blind spots. Each week we'll pick a film that either I or a guest hadn't seen before and really should have by now. Speaking of things that should have happened by now, we're at least 2 weeks, should have been into the month already, and sometimes life happens, and I hope no one takes it as a commentary on my thoughts on the theme this month, but we're a few weeks behind.
Of all months.
For only the second time ever, I did legitimately lose a recorded episode. I had planned to miss 1 week and then just make it up with extra episodes the rest of the month to get us up to 4. And then the one that I recorded that should have come out already, I lost because Craig ate it. I forgot he does that after a certain amount of time, and I waited too long to download the files. So that's like legit gone. And that was an episode on Bottoms that was supposed to kick off this month. And that's all you get on Bottoms content this month, unless I can apologize enough to make Sam and Bree record it. I feel really bad that I lost it.
Aquielle's going to do it with you.
You're on this episode.
So?
Can she be on multiple
Yeah,
in a
you
month?
can be on multiple in a month.
Well,
Come on.
She's
This
going to
month.
have to be if you don't get anyone else to record Bottoms with you.
It's my month. Okay.
It's Pride Month. No one else thinks the intro is funny that I do this podcast with. You all just look at it as another opportunity to stunt on me, and I don't appreciate it.
Hey, 5 fingers away and straight down the barrel.
That's just my etiquette, baby. So let's get into it. It's Pride Month. A whole month long that we're, kind of stealing that theme from elsewhere. But this has been one of the... the problem is...
What?
Do you say that at like Christmas? It's just a season.
I just want to acknowledge it's not an original idea. I don't think it's original.
You didn't throw the brick pen?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Oh my god.
To the first bit.
All right, we're breathing. We're going to do good.
It's going to be a good episode. We only have about 15 minutes to record.
Bentley, have you seen those bits that people do during Pride Month? That they're dress up as a corporation and they're like, "Hi, gay." That's Bentley right now. Hi, gay. Do you like gay?
ExxonMobil.
Yeah, it's ExxonMobil.
This episode is on the seminal cult classic from the late 90s.
Early 90s.
99.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was 93.
99.
Sorry.
We've done a lot of movies from 1999 recently, and I keep meaning to do a thing about that, and I forget to say every time. Tonight we are going to party like it's 1999.
Please play that song. 30 seconds.
I'm not allowed.
30 seconds?
Hell no. But I'm a Cheerleader, 1999's film. But I'm a Cheerleader. Natasha, Lyonne, Clea, Duvall, Melanie, Lynskey. They're all there. RuPaul's there too.
RuPaul Charles.
It's a good movie. I hadn't seen it before. Do we want to do what have we watched recently?
Yes.
I was going to, okay, yeah. All right. As you know, it is time to tell you who's on the podcast, which I realize I haven't done yet. Left to right across your podcast aisle. We got Aquielle.
Woo.
We got Kate.
Hello.
And we got Andy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
Before we get into the ins and outs of But I'm a Cheerleader, we're going to talk about, have y'all watched anything good recently?
Okay, I've been watching Good Trouble. I didn't realize there were more episodes of it. It's a spinoff of The Fosters. Title's a John Lewis reference.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's like, a Hulu series. So that was good. And I had just finished all the new Grey's Anatomy, which somehow I'm still on all these years later.
Whoa, impressive.
So mostly TV shows.
Nice.
Andy, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a lot of John Oliver on YouTube, when I do my chores. And I also started Trixie Mattel's like new like Drag Me Home series on HBO, where she is redoing her house. Trixie Mattel is a drag queen. She created a motel last year, Trixie Motel, and did a series about it. And now she is buying a house with her partner.
Did you start that?
Yes.
When you realized you had HBO access?
I actually started it when I was babysitting.
Nice.
They had HBO, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I get to watch Trixie." But now I need to watch the second episode.
I've been watching Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Very good. Bentley's not paying attention to me. He's the only nerd. The look was crazy. Who's your favorite character from Justice League?
I haven't watched this.
You haven't watched Justice League the animated series?
No. I'm messing with you on the nerd shit part. I haven't watched it though. I think that's like that's y'all's thing. You guys just got really into that stuff again, right?
Maybe, but no, it's been around.
No, yeah. It sounds fun.
How are you a nerd? Are you a Marvel guy?
Not really.
So you just don't like superheroes?
I like them fine. It's not like my main fandom.
I'm disappointed. Do you have a favorite superhero?
I do like Batman a lot. He's got a lot of issues, but I think they're tackled well in the Harley Quinn animated show.
I gotta watch that.
That one's really good. And worth mentioning in Pride Month too.
Why? Because Harley's gay.
Yeah, it gets really good.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Based on Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, I'd have to say Hawk Girl.
Who?
Hawk?
Hawk Girl.
Who?
What are you saying?
Hot? Hawk?
Honk?
Hot. H-A-U-T.
What happened? The microphone.
Aquielle's microphone fell apart.
Can you hear me?
It's pointing down.
This.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay. No, Hawk Girl.
Hot.
Like, what are you saying? Like the bird? Hawk girl?
That's her name.
Aquielle's favorite superhero is Hawk Girl.
Oh, cool.
You were like honker or something. Like a little goose. Little goose girl.
She's so...
Okay, she's a cartoon.
I was gonna say she's so pretty, but then in my head I was like, that sounds crazy. But then when I said that sounded more.
Yeah.
So you've been watching Justice League Unlimited?
Both.
Nice.
Original and Unlimited.
Oh, okay. I understand. That's fun.
I'm into it. The romance between her and Green Lantern, I love it. Like, it's amazing. They need to get together right now.
All right.
Literally Justice League every day.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Bentley, what have you been watching?
Comfort food shit. That's it. Like
Is that on Food Network?
So just rewatching like long form YouTube videos that I've already seen that I like, just to like turn my brain off for a while. That's been it. But I'd like to get back into stuff. There's a new movie on, I think, Netflix now. The Hitman. It's with Glenn Powell and Adria Arjona. I'm not even sure how her name's pronounced.
I've seen commercials.
Yes, and I really want to see it. I love Glenn Powell and think he's a really interesting actor. And then Richard Linklater, the filmmaker we've done before Sunrise. Julie Delpy, who stars in that movie, is, I don't even know if she has lines in one scene of this movie that we're talking about today. But I'm a cheerleader. Boom.
Wow.
To kick us off, I had not seen this movie before, was very aware of it just from being a person who sees a lot of memes created by the so-called like movie Twitter sphere. So then they're constantly talking about this. So I've been wanting to watch it for a while. How about y'all?
That was my second time.
I've seen it before. This was either my second or third time.
Cool.
This was my first time watching it. I had just like heard about it because I watch a lot of Trixie and Katya and they reference it a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Very campy, which I feel like, and obviously RuPaul's there too.
RuPaul, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone feel like they want to give us a 1-minute plot summary?
It's your turn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Oh my god, that's like the
ever?
main part.
No, I heard them, and Andy described them as I was driving here.
We had to play it over the car speakers and I was like describing the scenery.
I love that.
So it might be tough, but I can try anyway.
I think Andy should do it. She saw it twice just now.
There we go.
I know, but it's not my month.
Andy said gays have to work.
Andy's putting additional labor.
Yeah, actually. HR. Okay.
Andy said, "Oh, it's Pride Month." It seems like everything we do should be gayer, so I can't do it.
I'm trying to give opportunities to gay voices.
Honestly, I feel like you listen to more Chaperone than me. Therefore, I'm passing it back.
Honestly fair. And Bentley saw her in concert.
Oh, that's even, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
So
Kate's
good.
really getting out scot-free over there.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. If I can do that.
okay, I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
Okay.
Oh, you were gonna do it? Go ahead.
I'll do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a timer on myself. Hold, please. All right.
Why are you cowering over there?
I'm watching the time.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start right now. So Natasha Lyonne is a cheerleader. And she is like, you can kind of tell she's slowly realizing she's like not into her boyfriend, but she doesn't quite know what's going on yet with that. She is ambushed intervention style by her parents, friends, boyfriend via this group that is, what's the name of the group? Somebody help me. Good. Straight.
True
Directions?
True directions, yeah.
As represented by RuPaul, who comes in with a t-shirt on that says straight is good. Great. So she goes away to like a
20
conversion
seconds.
camp. A conversion camp that's teaching her how to be straight and like feminine and all that jazz. Ends up like going on this little outing to a queer bar, falls in love with Clea Duvall, tries to get Clea Duvall to like escape with her. Clea Duvall's name is Graham in the film. Seems like Graham's parents have like influenced her into staying. And of course, in the end, Natasha Lyonne's character Megan runs away with Graham. Happily ever after, everybody's mucking out. And her dad joins P-Flag.
Yeah. Good job.
Yay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Having not watched this before, like I said, I had seen stills, memes, whatever. So I was familiar already with the aesthetic, I guess. But tonally was sort of what I was expecting, but funnier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was expecting it not to be funny, but it was. I really liked it a lot.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, they were like, "You don't like your boyfriend," and I was like, "Yeah, he's disgusting.
He sucks.
He
was
sucks."
grody.
His
Yeah,
tongue-
and
his
he
tongue
was
was
like, "You
too
don't
long.
even." Yeah, and he was like, "You don't like kissing me," and I was like, "Yeah, because you're a little like a river monster.
Mhm.
Like you have like
Yeah.
the mouth of like a bass."
He's like a middle-aged guy.
He was giving her
Yeah.
like dental exams. So his little
Yes.
face. Ugh.
I was like, "Yeah, no one would like that."
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was
And
horrible.
she does say, like pretty early on, like, maybe he's doing it wrong, or maybe he's just
Yeah.
bad at it, or whatever. And it's like, multiple things can be true, I guess, because he is just seemingly pretty bad at it. You both had seen this before, though. Any thoughts? Just overall,
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Natasha Lyonne is the queerest straight woman who's ever lived. Her friendship with Clea Duvall is beautiful. This was like, apparently they actually met before this, says the Google, at auditions for something else. Brittany Murphy was in it.
Clueless?
Was it Clueless? No.
That would have been a number. That would have been 93. Natasha Lyonne would have only been like 13.
No, it wasn't that. It was something Clea Duvall was in. I'll find it and interrupt the podcast flow later, but their friendship is beautiful. It was nice to see this like early part of their origin story. And great canon ahead of its time, I think.
Yeah. What do you think?
I liked it. I was thinking about how it would be different if like it was a Gen Z film. I think.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I think it would have been. There's the two camps. One, it would have been like more gay. Maybe they would have sang a little bit. You know, Gen Z loves a good musical for some reason. Or I think it would have been more like weirdly raunchy. Like I feel like Gen Z the movies are they go places.
I'll just say this came out the same year as American Pie, which Natasha Lyonne's also in.
I've never seen that.
Speaking of movies that go places, I feel like just because of her character in that one sort of being in relation to Tara Reid's character, the sort of experienced, veteran presence, so to speak, it feels so different from this character, which is kind of playing on the opposite, but still both very Natasha Lyonne in her very specific presence, I guess.
Yeah. It was Girl Interrupted, which came out the same year, but it was filmed or was at least cast earlier.
Sure.
Yeah.
Natasha Lyonne's in this, like we said, like her a lot. Those old Navy commercials are like sort of like stream of consciousness. She just makes like New York sounds in them. Interesting.
She does just make big New York sounds.
She starts saying like, bada bing, go to Old Navy.
I love her.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's a good impression.
Thanks.
Was she the heartthrob back in the day? Back in your day?
No.
She's always been like.
She was like the friend of the like hot one in American Pie, which is Tara Reid's character.
Interesting. But this was her movie though. This
is her movie, yeah.
This is her movie.
This is very cult though. Not a huge like blockbuster at all.
I mean, I feel like she like was a little bit quiet for a bit and then like came raging back into all of our consciousness in Orange is the New Black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Well, she
God.
did. She had to go to
How was I
rehab
not
and
seeing
stuff.
her
Yeah.
before?
She did a bunch of stuff, but maybe just my
Who
consciousness.
did she play again?
Before, like after rehab, didn't she have to go to rehab?
Oh, I don't know.
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I don't know. She plays Nikki.
Nikki.
And then she's in Russian Doll.
I never seen
Russian
that.
Doll's
really
good.
good.
Yeah, so
really
good.
good.
Made me
It's
want
on
to
Netflix.
learn to code. That was my takeaway.
Oh.
People like Poker Face a lot. I haven't seen it yet, but it looked good.
Yeah,
It is good. Jeffrey and I watched it. It was quite good. It's like unsettling.
Nice.
And she's just so Natasha Lyonne in all three of those. Less so in this one than others, but
Yes.
that's because she's playing Natasha Lyonne as straight.
Director of this movie also directed episodes of either Poker Face or Russian Doll later on.
Oh, damn.
Just say the director. That's Jamie Babbit, who directed this film.
What did you say?
Jamie Babbit, who directed this movie, would later direct some episodes of Russian Doll, also starring
okay.
Natasha Lyonne.
Gotcha.
There you go. And a lot of TV, some movies too, even recently, still making movies, but mostly TV directing over the years. Clea Duvall's in this also, who I like a lot.
Yeah, she's good.
She plays Graham in this movie.
She plays who?
Graham.
Graham.
Yeah. I've seen her too. Where have I seen her?
Have you seen Veep?
No, she's in something else gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it though?
She was in something else with Natasha Lyonne. She just did a cameo in something. What was it?
She's in like a lot of stuff. You're probably not thinking of Zodiac.
Clea Duvall.
I spelled it crazily.
Crazy.
she gay?
Handmaid's Tale.
And in Veep, she plays the vice president and president's daughter's girlfriend and wife.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it, but also her mom's bodyguard.
She was
It's
in
really
The
funny.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Did you all not hear me say that a minute ago?
Nope.
No.
Wow.
What did you say?
Oh,
I
she's
said The Handmaid's Tale.
the happiest season was her.
Yeah.
She directed it.
Right. That's what I was trying to remember her connection to that movie.
Yeah. I directed, I think. Yeah.
She was closeted during this?
Natasha Lyonne is straight.
What?
I know.
Wow. She gives
She's
gay.
dating Fred Armisen.
Who?
Portlandia.
Who?
We can't do this.
He was on SNL.
So the aesthetic of this movie is what stood out the most to me. Like even seeing the stills and, you know, whatever else people are using to reference it. It's so of a specific time in camp, I guess, where it's melding a sort of late 90s zine look with a lot of the unnecessary cutout of magazine looking sort of images that they show that exist in universe when they're at the camp and they're showing them like examples of hetero relationships. And it's that weird sort of like clipped out of magazines kind of art style. And yeah, just the over the top Barbie dream house coloring and set deco of the camp itself was really cool. I liked how everything looked, how a lot of it was just like built out sets that looked like they were TV cooking shows. And like, what building does that exist on this campground?
Yeah.
Clearly nowhere. I just thought the sort of heightened unreality of all of that was really interesting.
What is zine?
It feels to me extremely core Gen X, kind of underground, pre-internet forum posting type thing. But it would be like DIY magazines, pretty much, that you would like make
like
about
magazine.
Yeah, like a zine. Like you'd make it about your local music scene or underground culture.
It's very
And it would
big
just
in
be
like
about that.
punk and like vegan
Yes.
circles. Like they're still made, but
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and queer circles.
I've made many zine making things at Brown. It's Gen Z brought it back.
I don't think anyone took it away. It's just around.
like-
It's just around.
But you said it was like Boomer or Gen X.
It feels the specific aesthetic that this is doing. It feels very core Gen X to me. Is what I meant to say.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, even though it's sort of a tweener situation, like generationally, it still feels more like that. Whereas American Pie feels less
Definitely
tied to
millennial.
Gen X
Okay.
for me. Just as like the other big cultural touchstone with Natasha Lyonne from this year that I'm thinking of, that and Brink. She's not in Brink. I'm sorry, I'm lying. So yeah, movie wise, I just thought the look was incredible.
So good.
Yeah.
My favorite things were the like shiny plasticky blue suits that the guys
Insane.
wore on the graduation.
Those were very
I was like,
not straight.
what kind of fabric is that?
Yeah.
It looked like so shiny. It was crazy.
Speaking of 1999, it looked a lot like a lot of the space costumes in Xenon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally see that. It
Really outer spacey.
Mm-hmm.
was very good. Looking at my chat GPT results regarding this movie from earlier,
Ooh.
where I asked it for some hot, spicy takes, and they weren't as good as the last time I did this on this podcast. But also referenced campy aesthetic, character depth, critiques of suburbia. And then I had also asked it this morning for information about Natasha Lyonne and Clea Duvall's relationship. And apparently, like, Clea Duvall's wedding was like not super traditional, but Natasha Lyonne like kind of sort of did whatever version they had of walking Clea Duvall down the aisle, which is very precious.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Right? But campy aesthetic, indeed. So good.
Yeah.
It's really good. You mentioned the sort of I don't know if it's a criticism of suburbia, but it reminded me a lot of like pre-losing his fastball Tim Burton and the depictions of suburbia in like Edward Scissorhands and Beetlejuice. And also the before he goes back in time part of Back to the Future, which isn't Tim Burton, obviously. That's that other guy. I can't remember his name. It's long he's friends with Steven Spielberg. But
Marty.
yeah, Marty, he made the movie. Oh my God, that's going to bother me. It's fine. He later made that creepy Polar Express movie that everyone makes fun of.
Oh,
Yeah, Marty.
Marty. That was Marty again. So that movie itself has like a weird, gross suburbia where everyone's a fucking creep also, which feels like the sort of Americana that this is vibing on. And in a different way criticizing suburbia for like these oppressive forces that no one acknowledges in order to keep a sort of status quo. With David Lynch, it's more about like violence and severe rot at the core of an American experience. With this, it's more just obviously about oppression of queer people, and about how that sort of by distorting the lens that it's looking at suburbia through, it's not that far from being grounded, but it's just enough that all of this stuff is like so obviously shitty. And the movie does a good job making that point, I think.
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like this, like our generation, I mean, obviously this is very location specific, etc. But like, I feel like the idea of like actually being sent to a conversion therapy camp was like that could have happened in 1999 for sure. You know, it was like this movie was extremely out there and whatever. But like, I feel like that generation is like, this movie was so timed where like that was like a realistic enough thing that people were like, oh shit, you know, but it was also like they made it really funny. Whereas I feel like now, I don't know. I mean, Aquielle as the resident youth, like, were you like,
please, senior youth correspondent.
Like, did you see this and be like, wow, what the fuck? Like, this was like, did it seem like a real thing?
Yeah, no, it didn't seem like a real thing to me. Like the part that seemed real was like when their family cut them off, but actually paying to send them to a camp, hell no.
Yeah, I feel like that like totally was a thing.
We were just poor because who got the money?
I don't know if it was the money, but like Christians find a way.
Yeah, they did.
The whole church said Natasha. Damn.
So I feel like for the most part, it's, I mean, if you go even further back in time, it's like legit medical procedures / shock therapy, but
totally. And they,
I think the most
did that here.
Yeah, right. Well, that's fair. Yeah. The most prevalent reference I feel like from then was like a pray the gay away kind of camp, right? Which is much more Christian focused than this one ended up being.
Yeah.
What did also feel super relevant was the like them acting out, like, I don't know if you guys if you've seen that clip with like Boosie and his son. I don't know why I said it like I don't like the way I said
who.
I didn't say it like that. Ew. Oh my god. Boosie. There we go. Boosie and his son.
Who are you talking about?
Never.
Still none of us know who you're talking about.
I was so ready for you to say a different name I recognize.
Like,
and be
I
like,
was
I
like, oh, your
mispronounced it the first
pronunciation
time.
wasn't off. We just don't know who you're talking.
You said the same thing as the thing you apologized for.
No, I said
You
it
said
real.
Boosie?
I was
Oh
like,
gosh.
Boosie.
No, Boosie.
You're sure to say Gary Busey?
No.
That's a celebrity.
I can't wait for the people who know who Boosie is to listen to this and
This
be
is
like, what?
I don't know if they're
10% of the
Benzani.
audience is in this room.
How do you spell
Who is
this?
this person?
B-O-
A rapper?
BOOS.
What did he do to his son?
So he has a kid. I'm guessing. I don't know how old the kid is, but I think he was like 8, and he was like, he had like strippers dance on his child.
Yeah, people do that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, that reminded me like,
Oh, he's 41.
The son or Boosie?
Boosie.
Okay, I thought Boosie and his son was like the full name of this like rapper.
We're talking about a sitcom, right? Boosie and his
Wow, one of these top Googles is what condition does Boosie have?
what does he have?
homophobia.
Yeah, he's.
If it's like cancer, I'm going to feel pretty sad. I don't
No,
even
I
know
think-
this guy and he sounds like a bad person. But
Diabetes. Is the answer.
Diabetes.
it's not great. I don't want people to get diabetes.
That is too much for an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And
Wait, who
going
has
along
diabetes?
with pushing hetero,
Boosie.
Who's
But
that
not
on?
his son.
pushing like hetero
Oh, heavily.
on a child.
People do
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it's like-
is that like when like little kids do like play weddings and stuff, it's always like a little girl and a little boy.
Did
that
you do
type of
that?
thing.
I did. I got married to this boy. Shout out Oscar.
Shout
I hope
out
he's
Oscar.
listening.
Yeah.
Aquielle
I hope
misses
he is
you.
listening.
So I think in the same way that it's doing this parody of suburbia and it's undergirded by these oppressive forces that are trying to force people to be straight, but look at what the straight stuff actually is. It's weird.
Yeah.
It really breaks that down to component parts in the camp with all the different activities they're doing, and then the final test stuff where they're just doing it in the like these clinical, weird, vaguely early TV inspired I Love Lucy style looking domestic tasks specifically for the girls there, I guess.
Just like cleaning the floor.
Right, yeah. And everything looks like it's for like a black and white, TV show. And I think it's really funny, but it doesn't lose like any edge, I think, because I feel like that edge is still there of like, look how cartoonish and dumb that is. And that's turning it around, right? Because that's how they feel they're being presented typically in media,
Yeah.
I would think. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. I think the movie did a great job at poking fun at suburbs and compulsory heterosexuality, or just heterosexuality, period.
Yes. Yeah. And enforcing that as the norm, but it's actually fucking weird too.
So strange. Yeah.
To or instead or whatever. Just semantics. I don't know.
But weird.
I just felt like the casting in this movie was so good, and it made the movie what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having RuPaul be the guy in charge of like the boys at the camp
Yes.
and like setting that like masculine example is so funny. And then Mary, I'm forgetting that actress's name, but she's also queer.
She is?
Yeah, I looked it up because I was like, oh, they had to have someone like counter to RuPaul that would fit that same like
Role
cleverness,
archetype.
like
yeah. I see what you're saying.
irony kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's an equal level of joke for
Yeah.
the casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
Which I just thought, I was like, they just like did a really good job finding everybody for these roles.
RuPaul's goatee was like,
RuPaul did a really good acting in my opinion.
So good. And I'm like, did they know he was going to be like this famous for this long?
Maybe, yeah. I don't. In the 90s, he had a radio show and was doing like some drag appearances, I think.
by 99, I think RuPaul's pretty famous, right?
Yeah, famous. Not like drag race
Well,
level, like not like a drag race like cult following, I think. Maybe just like in a different
yes. Fair enough.
avenue or what? Medium?
Yeah.
Because he had a radio show with, I think, Michelle Visage at this time.
Yeah.
And was doing drag appearances and like on MTV occasionally. I think.
I believe it.
And he's like a really good actor.
Fantastic at
RuPaul?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see him on Drag Race now sometimes and I'm like, dang, he really like, he was like really good for this role.
He really was. I feel like
Excellent,
Oh, and then Rock, the brother, my God.
So
the brother,
funny.
the son.
The son.
So good. And
yeah.
the actor who played him, I did such a deep cut on Google this morning. He was married to Leanne Rimes.
Who?
He's currently married to Leanne Rimes.
Oh,
currently.
still?
Yeah, and that actor
Did you already know this?
Eddie Cibrian. No, I'm just looking it up now.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to play Leanne Rimes. I know every podcast person loves it when you do that.
Bridget Bardot.
He's in the film Best Man Holiday. Also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what he does in there. He's
the-
listed pretty far down, but not that far down.
You
but
know-
under all the black people.
Oh,
You know her, that can't fight the moonlight deep in my heart. Surrender.
they had an extramarital affair,
Oh,
according to Wikipedia. If this is Eddie,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's how they got together?
Yeah, yeah. Oh Lord,
Oh Lord.
sounds like she was in a sticky situation.
Yeah, she was.
Oh my God.
Ooh, keep that.
Melanie Lynskey's in the movie. I love Melanie Lynskey.
Who?
The Kiwi.
Just, I mean, from context clues, it's an actor in the movie.
Which one?
Boop, boop.
The New Zealand one.
Yeah.
The New Zealand girl. The one with
This isn't helping because
She is-
Aquielle thinks most people sound like they're from Australia.
That is so funny. Really? Why?
I don't know.
That's really.
If I don't know what your accent is, Australia.
She's the girl with the glasses. She like introduces Megan
Yeah.
to all the stuff.
Mary?
No, that's the
Hillary.
head lady.
Hillary.
Hillary, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's a New Zealander. How's that?
I only caught that in one line. I was like, oh, why'd she do that accent?
I know, it does seem like it was like mostly pronounced for like a moment at the beginning.
And then that was it.
Yeah. Then she forgot.
I don't remember Michelle Williams in this movie.
She was her friend, her like school friend.
Oh, right. Yes, I do now. Just in the very beginning.
Yeah. And she
Yeah.
had
The one
like,
that steals the picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, Jeffrey immediately was like, Michelle Williams.
Yes.
Like, what? I mean, I feel like there's so much to say about this movie.
We did so much.
Oh, the principal from That's So Raven was in it.
What?
Who?
Wasn't it the principal?
Yes.
The
Mr.
guy. Maybe he wasn't the principal. Maybe he was just
yes,
one of the
he's
teachers,
a
but he
teacher.
spit all the time.
Yeah. I knew I recognized
Yeah,
him.
he was one of the teachers. from
Mr.
That's-
Petrocelli.
Yes. Was he the principal or was he?
He
just
was a teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
He was in the. He was one of the guys in the couple.
Lloyd, I think.
Lloyd.
Yeah, why?
think-
Short one or
That's
the
why
tall
that guy
one?
looked familiar.
Yeah.
With the one-
The shorter one.
The short one with the eyes.
Mr.
Yeah.
Petrocelli.
That's why that guy looked familiar.
Yeah, he's
Thank
in That's
you.
So Raven.
Thank you. The other guy was
The
tall.
future I can see.
That's So Raven.
So mysterious to me.
Yeah.
Because I lost the Bottoms episode, this will be our second episode in a row that talks about Raven Simone.
Oh.
Oh.
Is she in Bottoms?
Because I lost the Bottoms episode, this will be our second released episode in a row in which we talk about Raven Simone because the last one was Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century.
Oh. She was so
I was
good.
like, why do I recognize this girl? She was in 2.5 Men.
Raven?
No.
Why did you watch 2.5 Men?
Why didn't you watch 2.5? Well,
Wait, who was
She's
in
fucking
2.5 Men?
terrible.
Shawty with this one.
Shorty with the what?
Oh,
With the-
yeah.
this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Who?
Lynskey.
Melanie
Oh.
Lynskey. Yeah.
Lynskey.
She's also in something else.
She's in a ton of stuff. She's had a
Yeah.
very long career. She's married to Jason Ritter.
Oh.
Oh, scary.
Ooh, who's that? And why? is
He
it
got hit
scary?
by a snowmobile or something, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Get
Wait.
well soon.
Who?
Am I thinking of the right person? Because this was
No.
Get
big
well
news.
You're thinking of Hawkeye.
You're thinking of Jeremy Renner.
Oh yes. Yes, I am.
He
I'm so
got-
sorry.
He got run over by his own snowplow.
Yes.
No, I thought he was like in the snow and a snowplow came by.
What?
No.
No.
He didn't put the parking brake on his snowplow, got out and got stuck under it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is
What's
he
his
alive?
name again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jason
Jeremy
Ritter?
Renner.
He's
Oh,
on
Jeremy Renner,
Melanie Lynskey's married to Jason Ritter.
who did not get hit
Oh my
by a
God,
snowplow.
Hawkeye, the guy
Not
with the
famously,
arrow
at least.
from the Avengers. Have you seen any of the Avengers? Oh wow, we're doing a
The Town. He's in The Town.
I think you would recognize his face,
You know,
but
The
it was
Hurt
like
Locker?
scary.
The Hurt Locker. That one episode of Louie.
gosh, yo,
Anything else we want to talk about specific to this film? I thought a lot of this, like I said, the things that they did at the camp were great subversions, but specifically, I thought the final test sequence was really funny.
So good. The little flowers on their vaginas. Amazing. Incredible. The close-ups of the cheerleaders, like at the beginning.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah.
She returns to that line of thinking a number of times throughout. but-
Yeah.
But especially that intercut with how gross the dude is that she's forcing herself to mark time while kissing. Yeah.
So good. And I also just, her eyes in that makeout scene were so funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 1,000-yard stare. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
she had to do that. As
I
an actress?
know.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yep. Nope. And just the fact that she wooed Clea Duvall with a cheer really made my little heart sing. That I did love that about this movie. I
The
will say.
graduation ceremony was good.
At the graduation ceremony, I loved that she was like still herself. Like obviously the title of the movie is "But I'm a Cheerleader."
Yeah, she doesn't lose that part of her identity.
Totally. Like she tries to. She's like goes to. So when she escapes, as I summarize the plot summary, when she escapes to a queer club, that's with the help of these two men. One of whom is Mr. Petrocelli, who used to work at the camp and have since started this like alternate pathway, and they leave flyers for the folks that are in the camp and say like, "There's another way, like come hang out with us." And she goes, when she escapes, she goes and asks them like, "How do I be a lesbian? Like, where do they live? What do they wear?" And they're like, "There's no one way. There's no one way to be a lesbian." So she stays a cheerleader. She stays herself, but she's also just mucking out with Clea Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. I thought it was a beautiful message.
And we hadn't really, aside from the That's So Raven connection, hadn't really talked about those guys in the alternate path that they're presenting too much. But
Right.
it is a actual, if you look at the sort of brass tacks of the plot, it's not that far from a lot of coming of age dramas that have been made about queer characters, where what's at stake is she's getting cut off from her parents and any support system and ends up finding this other path. Eventually her parents accept her anyway, but it is like pretty dark shit that even though it's a really effective comedy in terms of being funny, there's also that underlying fairly dark and fairly real experience that a lot of people have.
Yep, it's true.
I think it's really hard to balance presenting anything like that with still being a good comedy that is taking place in this sort of heightened campy environment.
Yeah, no, it was a really good way to represent like what it's like to have a single role model.
So we should talk about camp. As we said it a lot, not just because it takes place at a camp, but it is also Camp, the movie. My cousin has talked to me lately about this ranking of best camp movies ever made that he saw. I forget from what online publication. And it had Scott Pilgrim versus the World really high up. And so his question to me was, is that movie camp? I said, obviously not. It's very straight, and camp is inherently gay. But yeah, I don't know. Camp movies, I think about John Waters a lot.
Very camp.
I feel
Hairspray's very camp.
yeah. I feel like that's a term that often gets bandied around and discussed, and like, what does it actually mean? And I feel like this movie hits it in a way that feels legit to me.
Yeah. I don't know if it was my age at the time or if it came into like mainstream lingo for the Met Gala. Remember when that theme was camp and everyone was like, "What is camp?"
And no one knew what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was like articles being like, "What is camp?"
Yeah.
I feel like that wasn't just you. I feel like that was like a thing where like the whole universe learned what camp meant.
Yeah.
But I feel like the
Did
first
they?
did they? No.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Met Gala? No. I feel like the definition of like a TV show I would have described as camp in like the modern era is like Riverdale. If anybody watched that.
I think a lot of CW stuff is doing, it's melodrama and it's. So, any other thoughts that we have on the film, But I'm a Cheerleader? So we can let Kate go to bed.
Great film.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, really good. I'm glad that we picked it. I'm glad that we watched it.
Me too. On a scale of 0.5 to 5, on any scale of your choosing, what would you give Jamie Babbit's But I'm a Cheerleader from 1999?
I'm thinking.
I'll cut out the dead air, so feel free to think.
I'll give it 5 out of 5 pom-poms. Really good. Really liked it.
5 out of 5 arousal zappers.
That's a good one.
5 out of 5 strategically placed flowers.
Pretty good.
What do they call the thing, like the final test again? They called it like the intervention or the...
Oh.
And she was like, yo, you have to do the blah, blah, blah with rock.
Oh, the simulation?
Yes.
The sexuality simulation or something.
Simulation.
Best
the
scene of the movie,
simulation.
actually.
So funny.
Was when she's like, you have to do, like, I'll let you stay if you do the simulation with rock. And she looks outside and he's just like dancing with him.
She's like, I don't think that's going to work.
He's just doing like push-ups.
Yeah.
Funny.
So good.
This is going to be a tougher walk, but we'll see how it goes. I would give it 4.5 out of 5, 6, 7, 8. God is good, God is straight.
Ooh.
Oh, give us a slow cheer, like as if you were cheerleading that.
I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
I think jokes have to just come off straight and quick, like a Band-Aid,
Straight.
Yeah.
During Pride Month?
Come on.
Rude.
Can't take detours on the jokes. It's, what is this, like a story that I'm telling for 2 hours?
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't put that on the podcast.
It started outside.
If anyone
Yeah.
thinks that we were low energy, Ben was telling us a story for 90 minutes before we started recording.
I think it's not an exaggeration.
No, it's not.
No.
an
It's not. I think
exaggeration.
it's like an underestimate.
I think
I
could-
agree. Yeah.
It was well over an hour.
What I'm
And it
hearing
was
is-
about a 20-minute.
It was mostly set up.
It was mostly that.
I'm glad that we have all that information now, though.
Yeah.
It was all important.
It was The Hangover, Portland edition.
It was a first draft. With some editing, we can really tighten it up, I think.
Just like a tight 60.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. When I have an hour, I can take that shit on the road.
Well, next time, audience, demand that Ben tell his stories on air.
I didn't come up with a great, and maybe this is just a second opportunity. Every week, we'll pick a different question within the month that string all the episodes together. I think last week, what would have been the question had the episode been saved and not eaten by Craig was like, what's your favorite gay movie? But if you can think of any other good questions for Pride Month related to films, that you think might be a better question. I don't know.
What movie made you realize you were gay?
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Like your first movie crush.
Your first
Your
movie.
root.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're rude.
Your root.
You're rude. Okay. Yeah. That's solid.
Andy, you go for okay.
Are straights not allowed to participate? Good question.
They just have to make noises.
Yeah, Andy, you're right. They get everything this month. It's crazy. I think framing it after doing this now as the first movie of the month. What's your root? What was your first movie crush?
Mm-hmm.
What was your first movie crush, and what was your first gay movie?
Ooh.
Does it have to be gay?
Yeah.
Does the crush or the movie have to be gay?
The crush.
No.
Movie, you dumbass.
The crush doesn't have to be. The crush is
I was gonna
whatever made
say.
you tingle. Literally whatever made you tingle.
Kirsten Dunst, Bring It On.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Good movie.
Somewhat campy movie also.
Mm-hmm.
Also about cheerleaders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Related. Look at that. Pulled together.
Mm-hmm.
And favorite gay movie? I'm trying to remember what I said last.
What was your first gay movie?
First gay movie.
Yeah. What's your root?
Yeah. I'll come back to that if anyone has answers for either question already.
Andy, your turn.
My first. It wasn't a movie crush. Just like celebrity crush, I guess. It was Cole Sprouse on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Nice.
I loved him. And then also not a movie, but the first gay TV show I watched was Glee.
Wow.
That's like the earliest I can think of.
I can't imagine that was the first TV or movie I'd seen that had anything gay in it.
Well, I'm very young and you're older.
Who's next?
I feel like I My first TV crush movie. Does it have to be movie? Can it be TV?
Yeah, I made a TV.
You made a TV. There was this character in a Christian like parable called the Donut Man. He was not my crush, but this little girl whose name was also Katie. And being a woman, a girl, I was a child who ended up becoming a woman who's attracted to people of many genders. It was very confusing because like the 90s were a time that like you were definitely either straight or gay. Like that was like, so I interpreted every like girl crush I had as a youth to like, oh, I just want to be like her. So I thought I idolized this chick, but I think I had a crush on her, but I was 5. and then
Early memory.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, was it a crush? I was 5, but maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, a much less gay crush was Cody from the 13th year.
I
Disney
don't
Channel
remember
movie?
that. The 13th
I know what
year?
you're talking about.
Oh yeah. He turns into a mermaid.
Oh my god.
This is like somewhere in the back of my brain.
Yeah. I'm a merman. A merman. And the first gay thing I watched, I honestly don't remember. It would have been probably around the year 2000 if I had to guess. What was up there? I don't know. I don't know either.
Nothing really.
Early gay things, South of Nowhere.
South of Nowhere.
South of Nowhere, great queer Canadian TV show, like Degrassi era.
Nice.
So good. Yeah.
I feel like
I know that.
maybe it's just, I can't think of the first time that there was like casual gay characters that it wasn't.
Nothing was casual until like a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. That I would have seen that like, because I feel like when I was a kid, if there was something with gay characters, maybe like Philadelphia, Tom Hanks and stuff, like it was a drama that wasn't aimed at like kids.
Maybe Rent, honestly.
Yeah, maybe Rent.
Maybe Rent. Ben and I saw Rent on Broadway in like, I don't know, 2004, 2006. Yeah.
It was with one of the original cast members, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So good. I have a
Good
Rent
stuff.
tattoo.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
But I remembered what I said for
It
my.
says no day but today.
I remembered what I said for my favorite gay movie last week
What is
in the episode that didn't come out. I think I probably said Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Wow. It is very good.
Do want to do this month. I think I'm going to be able to. I really can't think of what the first one would have been. I definitely remember watching Glee, but that can't have been it. Maybe it was Rent. When was the Rent like an adapted film out?
About the same time, I think
Yeah.
like 06-ish. I feel
that
like it
late?
came out as a film and then that made people like, I think I wanted to go see it in theater
Based on-
on Broadway because I saw it on a film.
Rosario Dawson movie.
So good.
It's pretty good.
2005.
Wow. It's later than I would have thought.
In Maureen, canon bisexual character.
Yeah.
Just
no doubt.
not problematic rendition at all.
Yeah.
She cheated.
Fucking cheated.
I'm defeated. I could give up right now.
Angel, obviously, also gay. I mean, there's a lot of gay characters in the movie.
They're like,
we have to list them.
They're all gay.
But the same thing, right? Like that's in the 90s. And so what it is, it's about a lot of things, but it's also about, I was going to say, it's also about AIDS, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the tone of a lot of stuff, especially 80s, 90s. And I mean, if you look back at anything from then, it's about this entire generation of artists that was just fucking lost and didn't get to produce shit over the decades like they should have, right?
True.
I haven't read the Patti Smith book yet. That's about her and Robert Mapplethorpe, but I bet it's really fucking good.
Not Just Kids, a different Patti Smith book.
I think it is Just Kids.
Oh, I started it.
Was it good?
It was good. And then my like Libby rental expired. So
Oh, that's the fucking worst.
yeah. I'll go back to it.
Okay, so I didn't gain consciousness until 16.
Yeah.
But
That's right. So nothing before 2017 counts.
Yeah.
All right.
because I'm like, what have I seen? I would say my first like real crush was Jade from Victorious.
She was so scary.
I know.
I don't know that I know who that is.
Look her up. She's awesome.
Have you seen the show?
Mm-mm.
That makes sense.
Oh, she's intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's mean.
Yeah.
Her eyes
That's why I'm
are
in the situation I'm in.
scary.
Yeah.
Whew.
And then my first gay movie was Blue is the Warmest Color, which is an insane first start.
That you dove in the deep end.
I did.
What's it called?
Blue is the Warmest Color.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Check it out.
Okay.
Don't check it out.
Don't check it out at work, on your phone.
Anywhere.
Definitely check it out in the privacy of your own home.
Oh, okay.
Certainly not earliest celebrity crush, but Lea Seydoux has been high in the ranks for a while, I'd say.
Who?
Lea Seydoux. She's in that movie. She's the one with the blue hair.
Oh. I didn't know her. She's French. I don't know her.
She's in a lot of stuff. She's in a Mission Impossible movie. She's in a lot of American stuff. She's in a Wes Anderson movie. She's in a lot of shit.
Do you know who Tracy? Oh, what's her name? Tracy. The Greek one.
Tracy the Greek.
Shut up.
Good old
Greek Tracy.
Good old
No,
Greek Tracy.
I had such a crush on this woman. Oh my god. Hold on.
Do you have a crush on Greek Tracy?
Tracy.
That's
fuck.
crazy.
The great.
Tracy
Is she in
fuck.
any of the My Big Fat Greek Weddings?
Spiridakos. Exactly. She's
Say it again.
Andy Milonakis.
I got bees on my head, but don't call me a bee head.
I got baloney in my left pocket.
You're quoting a show from when she was 2, I think.
Oh.
What is she in that you've seen?
Exactly. It's like a really niche gay movie. It's like
What is it?
Kill for Me.
Oh, I didn't heard that part.
You should watch it.
Wait, is that the one you were trying to convince us to watch?
No, Love Lies Bleeding.
I'm too
Watch that
scared.
one. Oh my goodness. You should watch it.
It's really good. It's not a horror. It just has some like body horror in terms of like
Yeah.
somebody going into like a weird mental state during roid rage.
Yeah. There's a jaw hanging off.
Ooh.
Off.
It's fucking off.
Double
It's
down
like
on that
gnarly,
word.
dude.
Like
Yeah, but you
like-
don't dwell on it. You just get like a quick shot.
No. You get a quick shot and then you come back and you dwell a little bit.
like
Maybe a little bit.
like ripped, like bloody.
Smashed.
Smashed.
Oh.
Smashed and hanging.
Ooh, like-
hanging.
Like somebody gets really fucked up.
Like head,
Um,
table, jaw,
Right.
jaw off.
Your head gets like smashed into the
Smashed.
table. Yeah.
Hard.
Smashed.
Noises. A lot of sounds.
A lot of squelching.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that would
The
make
movie
me-
rocks though.
Yeah.
Also, Ed Harris eats a bug, like a really big, gross-looking bug.
I feel
like a beetle. Or like a
No,
spider?
like a giant grub.
like a
Yeah,
like a wormy thing.
wormy, but like sort of like
Wait, what's
reticulated.
wormy?
He eats a big bug.
Who? Why?
Ed Harris, the guy with the Crypt Keeper hair, who's like Kristen Stewart's dad.
The Dow. Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Who's like the drug kingpin, or he's the weapons. He's smuggling weapons, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
He eats the bug. Why?
He's just being creepy. He likes eating bugs.
It's a very psychologically disturbing movie.
He has a lot of bugs, and you're like, oh, he likes these bugs, and then it's like he also sometimes eats them. So it's like, how does he have this many bugs if he's mostly just eating them? It's unclear.
I wouldn't go with the intention that this is going to be a good. I mean, not that you would, but it's
I had a
not
great
deep
time.
Movie.
Oh
say
no,
that.
I
It's
wouldn't have
not
gone.
deep.
I thought it was. No, it's not.
This is the movie that you are a witness to me telling you it is not a romantic comedy. It is
Oh,
a
yeah.
psychological thriller.
But I didn't know it was gonna like I thought like I would go in and like maybe I wouldn't leave like more like higher, but I didn't think I would lose any. I lost a lot.
Of will to live, will to be on a date.
Sure.
It's a good show.
Name it.
It has a somewhat happy ending.
Not happy enough.
Somebody doesn't have a jaw anymore, Bentley.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
There's also like domestic
okay.
violence. I was like, what the hell do you have me watching right now?
Yeah, I don't
Who's
think
that
I
guy?
can.
Hard yikes.
Yeah.
Well, Did we all name our cut? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Cole Sprouts.
Yeah, I guess I really can't remember the first, like,
First gay thing.
I'm sure it's just like a character on a TV show, but I didn't watch the Ellen show. That was like the famous TV character coming out thing in the 90s, but no.
I watched her talk show when I was little. My mom watched it. I would watch it with her after school.
Thank you for answering those questions.
You're so welcome.
We did it in a neat, tidy bow. I can't believe we still record for over an hour and a half after all that.
We're so sleepy. Hey, listeners.
I know. Forgive us.
I'll give you both.
like we
I
were
can give you
not
both a
at
ride home.
Hey, listeners. We're sleepy.
You should have heard us during Ben's original story. We were
It was fucking
snappy.
good.
Jumping out of our
Very
seats.
snappy.
Yeah, people were clapping, shocked, gasps.
We did gasp.
Actually, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was a good room for the story. It was just maybe not the best planned time to tell it, but it was when you got a story.
We got to hang out separately for story time. That's the lesson we learned.
So thanks for being on Aquielle, Kate, and Andy.
Hey, you're welcome.
My pleasure.
Oh, I like that a lot.
You're welcome.
It was our pleasure.
Ben didn't like that word. It really freaked him out.
I really like it.
Look at him.
It's fine. You said it
Pleasure?
normally. You said it weird.
My pleasure. It's our pleasure. Like that?
Oh, he's so disturbed. You have like an aversion, huh?
You can find ourselves on Linktree. You can find ourselves on Linktree, linktr.ee/late to the movies. No numbers anymore. It's like a year since we've used numbers. We're too dumb for those these days, as you can tell. We're getting worse. I don't know. You can buy t-shirts and magnets for your fridge.
You can?
I just got a new apartment. I should get some of those.
You have magnets?
Not yet. That's the problem.
Oh my goodness. Congratulations. You're going to get magnets.
I hope I actually recorded that.
All right. Thanks for listening. Catch us next week. I don't know what the next
listeners.
episode is. I think it might be Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
What do you call your listeners?
Thanks for filling in your movie blind spot.
Catch us next week on your... You can find us on the Linktree. But we don't have numbers anymore.
He's sad. We made him sad.
Oh. It's okay. You don't need numbers. There are letters.
Bye, gay.
We love you.